Hello everyone, this is meteorologist Marshall Downing, and today we have officially upgraded what was potential tropical cyclone 16 into tropical storm Ophelia. As of 2 p.m. that was moving towards the north at a little bit faster clip than it was this morning. For a long time it was somewhere between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Now it's at a whole 12 miles per hour, so slightly faster movement generally towards the north and a little bit to the west, arcing in towards the Outer Banks, and then as it gets closer to us, it'll actually take more of an eastward turn. Winds have really picked up. They're at 60 miles per hour with gusts a little bit higher than that. The good news is this is not going to turn into a full-blown hurricane. It is going to deliver some intense winds to the coast, and we get some wind and rain because of the system, but it's not looking quite as bad as what we could have been seeing a little bit earlier on. Now, I do think a lot of our rainfall is going to mostly start coming in as we get towards this evening, and the system keeps moving further and further towards the north. As we get towards Saturday morning, the main eye of the system is still towards our south over that very eastern edge of North Carolina. And then as we get towards Saturday evening, it moves closer towards Richmond, towards Virginia Beach, and then exits towards D.C., Baltimore, and then up into Pennsylvania. It's going to lose a lot of its energy by the time it reaches parts of New England. For us, this Saturday branch is where we're going to end up getting most of our rainfall coming in. The satellite view that we've got right now brings a lot of cloud cover into most of the Carolina, especially the eastern half of both North and South Carolina, and plenty of cloud cover to go along with it in Virginia. We are starting to see some of those clouds toward Pennsylvania and Halifax, but in Roanoke through this afternoon, we're actually staying quite sunny. It's going to take a while for those clouds to more consistently build in. Rain and wind are the two biggest problems that we're looking at over the next 36 hours in particular. Rain's going to start at midnight. Wind's going to start a little bit earlier than that, with most of our wind gusts through the morning. As we get into the afternoon, it starts to ease off, and that's actually when our rain starts to pick up. Now, through Friday evening, we stay largely dry. It really takes until after 10 p.m. for that rain to spread further towards the north and west. And we keep on seeing showers through 5 a.m. Now, there is some parts where they pick up a little bit in intensity, but most of this is coming down as light to dark greens with a couple yellows here and there. So not particularly high rainfall rates. A slight break in some places as we get towards noon, but then a little bit more consistent rainfall tries to get towards us. Appomattox, Nelson counties towards Charlotte could get a little bit more rainfall there. But as we get towards 8 p.m., that's kind of the extent of the rain that we're going to get. The system travels up towards the north, and there's really not that much left over. We stay pretty dry going into Sunday morning, with just some showers left over. So for Friday night going into Saturday morning, we're pretty squarely in just a level 1 risk. And then for Saturday, technically we have a couple counties that are just clipped by the level 2. It's more that the Weather Prediction Center doesn't draw the county separations as neatly as our system does. So most of the region isn't even in the level 1. And then the counties that are in the level 1 are looking at rainfall that could cause some flooding, but the flood risk is generally lower than even some of the systems we've seen earlier on this summer. The bulk of rainfall is going to be concentrated a little bit further towards our east in Virginia, and comparing the rain totals with this most recent round of data as opposed to the last couple of days, things are working more in our favor. Lower rain amounts, mostly between 1 and 2 inches from Roanoke towards the east, and a lot lighter as you get further towards the north and to the west. Again, still that flooding potential, but not as high as what we were looking at earlier on. Our wind gusts are going to be highest in Southside and Lynchburg, and again, that starts tonight and continues into Saturday morning. It takes until about noon on Saturday for those winds to really ease off. Some gusts going to get up towards 40 miles per hour. I think around Roanoke they're going to be towards 30 for a good portion of that first part of the day. And then they stay under 30 as you get further towards the north and west. That's also where we've got lower rain, just because it's harder for that tropical system to get that far inland. On Saturday, because of our cloud cover, temperatures are held down. Pulaski's at 60, Alta Vista's at 61. And on our extended forecast, we do have a lot of cloud cover left over on Sunday, but not too much in terms of showers. Little pieces here and there is about it. Monday, we've still got some showers, and then temperatures are actually going to dip a little bit on Tuesday. We've got more clouds there and some, again, showers, but they're not going to be big storms like we were seeing earlier on. It's not going to bring nearly as much rainfall as this tropical system, so that's working in our favor. Staying in the 60s until we get towards Friday with some extra sunshine, and right now, we're looking dry for that next weekend. Going to check in with Allie, who's working our digital information right now, to see if there's any questions, and if not, hopefully you stay safe, and we'll keep you updated through the day. Yeah, so we had a question about where Ophelia is going to be by Monday. It's going to be well towards the north and east at that point. Our main impact is on Saturday. Sunday morning, we start to dry out, and then by Monday, there's little pieces still up towards New York and Pennsylvania, but for us, we're staying pretty dry. All right, any more questions? All right, that's everything for now. So like I was saying, hopefully just stay safe, stay inside on Saturday. Again, with some of those winds, we could get some damage to branches. We might even get some power outages, but it's going to be a lot nicer on Sunday if you need to go clean up after.